Good afternoon, everyone. We have a quorum, so in the interest of everybody's time and everything, we'll go ahead and get started with our roll call, please.
Chairman Henry,
Present.
Vice Chair Parks, Commissioner Obuchowski. Here. Commissioner McFarland,
Here.
Commissioner Turnbull,
Present.
Commissioner Salin, Commissioner Vandenberg.
Okay, we've had the roll call. Can I have approval for the agenda?
So moved.
Second. Chairman Henry,
Yes.
Commissioner Obuchowski. Yes. Commissioner McFarland,
Yes.
Commissioner Turnbull,
Yes.
Okay. Item number 3 this afternoon will be public comments on the agenda items only. If there's no comments, we'll move right along to 4, approval of the minutes, regular minutes, meeting minutes of October 26, 2023.
So moved.
Second.
Chairman Henry,
Yes.
Commissioner Obuchowski. Yes. Commissioner McFarland,
Yes.
Commissioner Turnbull,
Yes.
We have, under new business, we have a couple of resolutions that we need to take action on. So, the first resolution would be 2023-13, non-collectible accounts, October 2023.
Miguel, would you like to look at this resolution, please?
So we did a study of uncollectible accounts with more than 45 days old, and these are people who have already moved out. The total is actually 140,588.63. On this next page of the resolution, you have a detail of what's making up that amount. I think there's a mistake in the resolution itself, because it says 7,000. It should read the amount of the second page.
So what's the correct amount, Miguel?
$140,588.63. And there's the detail of the properties, how much is the right for each of the properties.
And just for the board's information too, that this isn't forgiving these amounts. These are still collectible, these are things that will still be pursued. This is just writing them off your books for purposes of the audit as well as your scores with our.
Yes.
Okay. I have a motion for approval.
Motion to approve, resolution, 2023-13, non-collectible accounts.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Chairman Henry,
Yes.
Commissioner Obuchowski. Yes. Commissioner McFarland,
Yes.
Commissioner Turnbull,
Yes.
Commissioner Salin,
Yes.
The next resolution is 2023-14, approval to award the contract to Aleka Consulting to provide housing choice voucher technical assistance.
Just a contract, we put out an RFP for technical assistance, and
Alco was selected as the firm to provide technical assistance for the housing authority. They did assist us earlier this year during the transition of our deputy director and the absence of the HCD director. And so we selected them to work with us next year on just technical assistance. So it won't be to the level that we use the firm this year. It'll be a much smaller contract, but just to provide ongoing technical assistance.
Any questions about that resolution? Hearing none, may we have a motion for approval?
I move that we approve resolution 2023-14.
Second.
Yeah, properly moved in second, roll call.
Chairman Henry,
Yes.
Commissioner Ovechowski,
Yes.
Commissioner McFarland,
Yes.
Commissioner Turnbull,
Yes.
Commissioner Salem,
Yes.
Okay. Next resolution is Resolution 2023-15, American Marketing Services 2023 Payment Standards for MTW 2024.
Good afternoon. So we discussed the ACV payment status previously, and I said that we'd be coming back to you kind of often this year due to the changes that HUD is making with the program. Our service basically did not give us the updated rates that we wanted for this year, so we kind of had to go back and look at the market based on us putting on new vouchers on the program. And this rate that we have presented for you today is more closely related to what the market is reflecting. We are looking at moving to small FMRs, which would go by zip codes, but until such time that our MTW plan has been approved, we're not able to go to that at this time. So we'll come back to you at a later date, but these will be effective for March 2024.
You should change the rates, how much you charge.
Yes, this is for the payment status for persons coming onto the program so that they can be compatible with, the competition that's out there with the market rates, so that the housing authority can at least compete for the properties like the new units that are coming in at Parker Lane and things of that nature, so we can get families housed. We're actually working with quite a bit of new owners as well who are interested in our program. So this is really drawing people's attention that we are able to raise our rates to 120%.
All bedroom size.
Yes, all bedrooms, all over the county.
Okay, well, that's an explanation. Do we have a motion for approval?
I move we approve resolution 2023-15, American Marketing Services 2024 payment standards.
Second.
We'll probably move second, maybe have roll call, please.
Chairman Henry,
Yes.
Commissioner Ovechowski,
Yes.
Commissioner McFarland,
Yes.
Commissioner Turnbull,
Yes.
Commissioner Salem,
Yes.
Okay, next resolution is 2023-16, approval of the 2024 HACC operating budget.
Miguel, you can come up if the board has any questions about the budget.
Yes. I just want to mention that the budget was prepared based on several projections and assumptions, and the budget is balancing right now. One thing that I would like to mention, and which also is going to be relevant for going forward with these statements of real versus budget. On our property management, we have two groups, the blended components and the discrete components. And I have included just the blended components. There is a page of the discrete components budget for reference, but mainly the reason is because with the discrete components, I don't have the capacity of freely using that cash flow. So including it in our total operational budget is a little misleading. So to be more conservative and more realistic, this is what's going to be included going forward. If there's any specific questions, you can email me, call me. I'll be glad to answer the questions that you may have thought about it.
What was the comparable budget from last year to this year? From just-
Well, I would say that as far as what we are incorporating, I guess the total figures of the projected revenue are quite comparable. But we have more, especially in the grants column, we have more grants to incorporate. Youth Build at this point is having three main grants. The Department of Labor, which is the one that started and it still continues, and hopefully will continue definitely. We have Illinois Youth Build Coalition grant, and also we have the City of Urbana grant. During 2023, we also had a City of Champaign grant. So, but those are figures that are actually increasing the revenue part. Of course, there's associated expenses that have.
You said they were extended grants or are they ended?
I'm sorry?
Are they extended or are they ended, those grants?
Well, like for example, the Illinois Youth Build Coalition grant ended in August, but right after that one started in September. And with Department of Labor, it's kind of been a similar situation. So I think it's very possible that this is just going to be continuing indefinitely. One ends and another one will start after that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Thank you for that explanation of the question that was asked. No other questions, we'll go ahead and proceed with receiving a motion for approval of the resolution 2023-16, approval of the 2024 operating budget.
So moved.
Second.
Been properly moved and second, roll call please.
Chairman Henry,
Yes.
Vice Chair Parks,
Yes.
Commissioner Ovechowski,
Yes.
Commissioner McFarland,
Yes.
Commissioner Turnbull,
Yes.
Commissioner Salem.
Yes.
Okay, next order of business would be the approval of the intergovernmental agreement with the Regional Planning Commission and City of Urbana.
Okay, this resolution is for us to potentially go into partnership with the City of Urbana and Regional Planning Commission. We're looking at purchasing another property to potentially, collaboratively purchasing a property to potentially create another shelter similar to the Maple Grove Manor model. And so we don't necessarily have concrete plans as of yet. We want to get the IGA in place. We have a couple of things that we've been looking at. We wanted to get the IGA in place with the three entities so we are able to make those decisions when they become necessary.
How many people will that shelter house?
We don't know yet.
Okay, is there can we have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second.
Been properly moved and second, roll call please.
Chairman Henry,
Yes.
Vice Chair Parks,
Yes.
Commissioner Ovechowski,
Yes.
Commissioner McFarland,
Yes.
Commissioner Turnbull,
Yes.
Commissioner Salem.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Moving right along, it's time for our executive officer's report, please.
I first want to start by notifying the board, all formally, I guess, that Bailey is no longer on the board. She did send me her resignation, and she has taken a new opportunity out of state, and so we're going to miss her. We'll get her photo mailed to her, and I talked to her last week. She seems like she's doing well, so just wanted to let the board know that.
I'd like to add to that, I spoke with her also, and I thanked her for support on the board. She was an excellent board member, and she brought a lot to the board, so I expressed that on behalf of the board. So, and she accepted that.
So when will she be replaced?
We notified the mayor, and so, she was looking for a replacement. We don't have an exact date yet, but as soon as we know something, I'll make sure to share with us and move forward. Okay. All right, so then we have our champion of the month, Nicole Hutchinson. She is not here today, but she's our November champion of the month. Her supervisor, Robin, is also not here, so I'll just say that Nicole, if you know her, you love her. Vince's mother passed away, and she's such a great property manager that she was put in the obituary as a special acknowledgement because she, spent a lot of time and gave a lot of effort into caring for Vince's mother, but not only Vince's mother, but all of her residents. And so I just want to give a shout out to Nicole and congratulate her for being champion of the month for November. And then we have our Youth Bill Student of the Month for December, James. So Siobhan, can you say a couple words about James? Come up and say a couple words.
I probably enjoyed that because my glasses are in the office. So James is a good addition to our program. Always there, willing to help other students. Always is there to make the staff laugh. And he's finished his graduation, the high school diploma aspect of the program. And he's interested in working here at the Housing Authority, maybe doing an internship in maintenance or something of the sort. So I'll put in a good word.
And then our December champion of the month is Marcus Brown, and I'm gonna ask his supervisor Jennifer to come up and say.
So, I've had the pleasure of working with Marcus over the past few months. He is new to a role that is a new role as well, so being a fairly new employee and entering to a new role, he is our compliance analyst. And so, he's been excited about learning compliance. The thing about compliance is that it touches on every department in the agency. And so it takes a lot of effort to learn just the day-to-day of some of like the HCB program. But he's really been stepping in to helping with youth bill budgets, helping to kind of job bridge between finance and some of the other departments. And I'm excited to work with him. He's been willing to take all of these different trainings, and I throw them at him every time I get a chance. I'm like, take this, do this, and he just meets those challenges with so much grace. So I'm happy to say he's the champion of this month. Thank you, Marcus.
Okay, thank you guys.
Marcus is a good addition to your group. My God, you got a lesson over there. Hallelujah. So keep him.
Hey, Marcus, has anybody said to you that you kind of favor Draymond Green?
Him and Dwayne Wade.
Stand up, let's see how tall you are.
Alright, we've got a couple employment updates. So Youth Bill has a new hire, Leah Wick. She is an education coordinator and she is a certified teacher. So we're happy to have her and bring that skill set on staff. And then the HCB department recently hired a new HCB specialist, Ahmed. And then we have some current openings in maintenance, HCB specialist. Youth Bill has about 4 openings, so outcomes manager, which is a new position that we're looking to add, which is providing some like direct support to Siobhan. The program and the department has grown so much. She's spread very thin, so we're looking for some high-level assistance for her and the outcomes manager. A career specialist, a construction project manager, and a case manager. That construction project manager, we're specifically putting out there because we really need this role, and hopefully we'll be able to find someone who can work with the young people and provide that hands-on experience hands-on work experience that they're needing. And so if you all know anybody, please encourage them to apply. In October, for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, again, the staff did our traditional pink photo, so that's a picture of it. It was posted on the Facebook page. We also had the opportunity to have lunch catered in for the staff. It was really nice of one of our landlord partners, it's Ebony and Ivory, correct?
Yes.
Ebony and Ivory, I guess they're so pleased with the work that the Housing Authority does that they bought lunch for the entire staff, so that was very nice. So we did that on Halloween. Also, we hosted a trunk or treat that was really well attended. As Benson and Freddie we hosted a trunk or treat for clients and the community, and so that was nice. A lot of staff volunteered to come out, and it was a lot of fun. On November 20th, we hosted a visit from State Senator Faraci, and so that was really nice to be able to take him on a tour of the Housing Authority, just really get to learn like what we're doing. But also we went out to the little house that youth builders building out there, and he was very impressed with the program, so it was nice to share that information. We hosted Thanksgiving lunches for our smaller properties where youth built and some staff delivered. Staff from various departments volunteered for both the lunch and the dinner that we provided. And so they went out to deliver lunches to like Hayes, Yeoman, Columbia, Pinewood, and Manor and Prairie Crossing. And then we hosted Thanksgiving dinners at Steer Place and Washington Square. And we hosted a Thanksgiving lunch at the Haven. Our wonderful HCD team hosted a landlord appreciation event. That was really nice. They had vendors out, and about 7 to 10 landlords attended, and so that was nice to kind of get some landlord engagement that we hadn't seen before. I think it was very successful. Heard a lot of good things. And then our Youth Build Urbana site had a grand opening on December 4th, so that property is located at 111 Broadway. Chief Boone came out, the new Urbana police chief, and then so it was nice to give him a tour of that new facility and have his support for the program. And so the news actually came out as well, so we're shocked to see them there. But we opened that site through the American Rescue Plan Act grant from the city of Urbana. And so our goal is to start 25 young people at that site over 18 months. And I think we all have 8 in session now? 9 in session now. Also, Reverend Parks and Commissioner Salem over there. And just a couple youth build updates. That was just a fun picture I put up from when they were out there working. The graduation for Youth Build is going to be on January 13th. And I want to try to do like an RSVP for the board members who plan on attending, because I want to have a specific section for the board members. So I have Jalina send that out sometime in the next few weeks if you plan on being there on the 13th. And then outside of that, they have 23 enrolled in Champaign, 8 in Urbana, or 9 in Urbana. So your numbers were off. That's what threw me off. The youth build wait list for Champaign has about 50, about 25 to 30 in Urbana. Again, graduation is the 13th. And the average GPA for this cohort is looking at around 3.9 or 3.09. And so,
Can you go back a minute? On that youth build wait list, the 2 numbers there, the 50 and then 25 to 30. What do you tell the people that are waiting? What do you tell them?
the people who are on the wait list.
Yeah.
So generally, they go through mental toughness, and so a lot of the young people who don't make it through mental toughness get put back on the wait list. But the youth build staff is always working with anyone who is trying to get their credits or trying to get their reading or math levels up so they can participate or things like that. So they're always working with the ones who are on the wait list if they're actively engaged.
Do you have some drop off because of the not being able to get in the program? Some of them just kind of fade away or what?
I think naturally some fade away, but for the most part, or not necessarily fade away, they may be connected to other programs while they're waiting to get into youth build. And sometimes the staff makes referrals to other programs if they feel like, if youth build isn't a good fit, maybe they'll refer them elsewhere.
This last question, is there a way that our staff stays engaged with those people?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good. That's all right.
Okay, and then again, just a graduation flyer, we'll send out another reminder in the RSVP of some sort to confirm whether or not you'll be at the graduation. And then, outside of that, that's the end of my report.
Okay. Thank you very much for that thorough report as usual. And I think it's time for our approval of the financial reports. Cash disbursement October 23rd and the budget actual October 23rd.
It's me again. So, since there was no board meeting in November, I have the disbursements for October and November. Out of the Housing Authority account, in October we disbursed $458,000. Being the most important disbursements, we paid the last payment to the Melrock Company for $1,240. One important payment we did was we paid the pilot tax, and that amounted to $41,000. And it seems kind of low, but Cape that Marketplace has their own bank account, so that was paid out of them. But we complied with the payment. We also had an important payment for the insurance for Pinewood Place, which is over $36,000. That's a policy that expires in November of every year. Then in the month of November, we disbursed around $290,000. But maybe one thing to mention is that also out of the Maple Grove Development Corporation, we disbursed $188,000 for the renovation of 807 Pioneer. That was also an important disbursement. As far as the actual versus budget, as I said, there were 2 months of information. I think I'll go directly to the month of November. We have basically our actual revenue is about 6.2% under the expected. Because we're a little over 21 million, and we were expecting about 22 million. I have to say that there's been some recent meetings with people from HUD, and I think that things are actually going in the right direction about getting more funding out of our reserves. So that's an effort that maybe several people here have been involved in. And as far as the operating cost, we're very close there. We're just 2.7%, slightly over budget. But at the end of the day, that pretty much compensates the shortage on the revenue. So basically, we're about $1,900,000 in the bottom line. But there's been some important disbursements, but that's that's how we're getting close to the end of the year, and that's the situation. Sometimes the information is a little, the timing of the receipt of funds is a little misleading, especially with the grants. For example, with the Utah Department of Labor, we normally report every quarter, and then at the beginning of the following month, following the quarter, we'll get reimbursed. So that sometimes gets a little bit, could be a little misleading as far as how the cash flow, when trying to present this statement to be in accordance with how the cash is actually flowing. That's pretty much the situation as of now.
All right, well, any no questions? We'll go ahead and proceed. And put a motion on both the cash disbursement October 23rd and the budget actual October 23rd. Motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Been properly moved and second. Roll call.
Chairman Henry,
Yes.
Vice Chair Parks,
Yes.
Commissioner Obuchowski,
Yes.
Commissioner McFarland,
Yes.
Commissioner Turnbull,
Yes.
Commissioner Salem.
Yes.
Okay. Is there any public comments on non-agenda items?
Yes, there are. I think you doing a public comment or something? You have a sheet?
Yeah, I got something to say.
Okay, that's
It has
public.
nothing to do with this budget.
No, this is public comment now.
Public comments.
You really want me here? All right, some of you know me and some of you don't.
Would like to be.
Okay, my name is Olivia Brown, and I reside at Steer Place, 1202 East Hardin, for mayor. Okay. Since no one else showed up with me, I'll tell you what I've got to say. Number one, security at our building is a joke, okay? Every door has been opened, every stairwell has been used for drugs, prostitution, and everything else under the sun. Our laundry room has become a squatter's paradise, okay? Every time, you can't go to wash at night. After 6 o'clock, it becomes someone else's home, okay? Just today, they had to remove 2 people from there. The police came, of course, they said this is a secure building, and everybody looked at him like he was crazy, okay? We had no security. After maintenance, and Jordan goes home, our manager, the elderly, like me, we do not leave our apartment, okay? That's 5 o'clock, okay? We don't socialize anymore because of everything that's running around in there that don't belong, okay? The drugs are rampant, everybody knows. Come on, how many of these black men in here go to the barbershop, okay? My son goes to the barbershop on 1st Street, and when he comes home, he calls me. And he tells me exactly what they say about Steer Place. So, everybody in town knows. I understand that mental health is a joke around here. It is. They have closed up everywhere. So we have a lot of those people, okay? No one's doing anything to help them. I know they need to help themselves first. They got to admit that they have a problem, but a lot of them don't. They put them out here, and I don't know how these people got into this building, but anyway, I know HUD said everybody deserves a house, or a home, whatever, a roof over their head. But there should be better screening. Or if you're going to put them into, quote, senior citizens building, then someone needs to supervise. Those are some of the things I wanted to talk about. But my main thing here is this. It says Steer relocation. Okay? We're due for, quote, I guess upgrade that includes refurbishing every apartment. But with this, it says it's relocation assistance with a voucher. With HUD, every time I pick up something or I go to HUD and read their information, it says there is not enough affordable housing for anyone, okay? That includes the senior citizens, okay? Think about how many people are on the streets, and that includes the senior citizens, okay? That's people, what y'all call it 50, okay? So, how many people are out here? There are people out here that's 70, 80, 90 years old. They're on the street. Okay? So if you're going to relocate the people over there with this, how in the world are you going to find a place for them? And how are they going to find a place? Okay? I understand. I do understand that how would you actually tear down that building or destroy that building and put everybody out on the street? I understand that you have a budget, you have things you got to do, but we want to discuss this. And I would like to invite any of you, I don't care who, we have a meeting every fourth Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. And I'd like you to hear the rest of what other people have to say, especially the older people. People been there 6, maybe 18 years, 23 years. Those are the people you need to talk to, not the people you put in there and then they don't pay their rent. They drug dealing, they prostitutions, and everything. Not those people. They never show up unless there's food mentioned, which will be next Tuesday. They'll be there because it'll be bingo, and there'll be food. Now that's the only time you're going to see them. You're not going to see them when the discussion comes up about how you're going to deal with the things that are going on. But I really would like to discuss this more. And if anybody wants to call me, Lily knows how to get in touch with me. Okay? And Linda Ruth. But I would like to invite any of you to that meeting. And I want you to hear it to the old timers. Like I said, people who've been there over 6 years, over 20, 30 years. I want you to listen to them. Not just me. I've only been there 18. But I want you to listen to them, to see what they have to say about their surroundings. And with the feces and everything that we find every day, it's just wrong. It's just wrong. And someone needs to come over there and step up to the plate. That's all I'm saying. It's an everyday thing. It's not just it happens once in a while. This happens every day. So, hey, don't forget, y'all want to come too. I'll see you at that meeting.
So how do you like for this to be addressed? How would you like for this to be addressed?
I would like someone to come over there. Oh, and don't tell me about the Banner Police. Don't. Okay. My thing is, they said to put in so many things to implement what we need to do. What I want you to do is I want you to come by and look at the evidence. Jordan has a lot of this on camera. So all you need to do is come over and look at it and see if you can address it.
Well, thank you very much. Very much. And I appreciate you bringing this most serious issue to our board of commissioners. And we will address this along with our executive director. And I'm sure that it might take some time, but I'm sure that we'll address these issues with our executive director and come back and have some results for you and have some things in place that we can address.
We appreciate it.
Thank you for coming and have a nice Christmas.
Hey,
We need to prepare for our closed session.
We still have to adopt or approve the financials.
Oh, we didn't do that? My oversight.
Okay.
I think we adopted the cashless first, and we did one and two.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
If we did, I may have. Okay, did you do both? Okay.
yeah, we did it again.
My bad. Thank you.
All right, no problem. All right. concludes this portion of our board meeting, but we need to prepare to go in closed session.
We'll need a motion to go into closed session to discuss item number C, or the letter C, purchase or release of real property for the use of the housing authority.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Chairman Henry.
Yes?
Vice Chair Parks.
Yes.
Commissioner Ovechowski.
Yes.
Commissioner McFarland.
Yes.
Commissioner Turnbull.
Yes.
Commissioner Salem.
Yes.
And we will be, there won't be any action, we don't have to take any formal action, so it'll be followed directly by adjournment, so we won't be coming back into open session.
Thank you for all attending